Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is News Now at noon.
Now at noon, a Jamestown man booted from a Buffalo Bills game on Sunday, then charged with DWI. Plus, the Jamestown Jackals are going pro. But first, we check in with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm just going to walk on my wall because, that's just the way it works around here. Happy Wednesday. We're almost halfway through the week here. Let's take a look at the current pollen levels. The weed pollen, the ragweed pollen has shot up to the very high category. So if you've been sneezing and sniffling, that is your culprit. That is what we're dealing with now since we're getting later into the allergy season. We topped out at 84 degrees yesterday, but boy, it certainly didn't feel like it when you factored in that humidity. 72 is pretty much where we bottomed out this morning. 91 degrees is the record high for today. We're going to be shy of that. Now, the Storm Prediction Center maintains this less than average marginal risk across all of western New York. They do have a standard slight risk up here in the Tug Hill region, but we'll talk more about this during that full weather segment later on in the show. But for this afternoon, early sunshine, showers and storms develop with that humidity still in play. Some of them could be strong to severe later in the afternoon. Still humid, 84 to 89, with nature's breeze averaging around 15 to 25 miles per hour, maybe gusts around 35, maybe 40 miles an hour. We'll time all this out with a quick Solution 7-Day later on in the show. Justin?
All right, Dakota, thank you. Our top story, a Jamestown man is kicked out of a Buffalo Bills game. Then police say he drove drunk with his son in the car. Orchard Park police allege that 25-year-old Dylan George was with his adult brother and a 6-year-old son at the time. George's blood alcohol content was .12 when he was checked by police. Cops say the brothers were arguing about getting kicked out of the Buffalo Bills game for their inappropriate behavior before being pulled over. Dylan George's brother then jumped from the SUV and he was taken to the hospital. The 25-year-old now faces felony DWI charges because his son was in the car. And a Jamestown man faces an assault charge following a fight on 8th Street early Wednesday morning. Police say that 34-year-old Marcus Wilson struck and injured another man with a metal pole. Wilson was charged with second-degree assault and taken to city jail. And police say they recovered a handgun during a call of a fight on Sunday in the area of Allen and Institute Streets. 34-year-old Donald Apperson was allegedly in the possession of an illegal handgun. He was charged with criminal possession of a weapon. Apperson was additionally charged when he refused to comply with officers' commands while at the Jamestown City Jail. And an event first of its kind designed to open up dialogue between residents and elected officials took place Tuesday night at Love School here in Jamestown.
I've heard about crime, and I've said, that's a great question. Go talk to the chief. He's here to listen to it. I've heard about housing. That's a great question. There's Mr. Lehman. Go talk to him about it. So I basically have been trying to redirect them to the people where their issues could be answered, even on the state level. One young man was, what about this corruption that's going on in the state? And I said, the senator's here. Go talk to the senator.
Voter registration and a back-to-school supply drive also took place. In total, around 50 people were in attendance there. We'll have much more on the event coming up in New and Noteworthy. Professional basketball will be added to the City of Jamestown's roster this fall. As the Jamestown Jackals announced Tuesday, they've joined the Basketball League. League President David Magley said that over the past few years, he's been watching Kayla Crosby, the team's manager.
The one person that wasn't in our league that we needed to get in this league was Kayla and the Jamestown Jackals. A, because of Kayla. B, because of the market, the fan base, the support. C, because of her relationship with Jamestown Community College and the wonderful facility she's able to play in that still gives us the feel of professionalism. Again, we won't play in rec centers. We won't play in venues that we're embarrassed of. We're going to play in venues that can generate enough revenue to support what we do, and they're going to look good when we're able to work on TV with them. And this all fit those criteria.
The Jackals have also acquired a new head coach who previously coached in the Premier Basketball League in Ohio and as the Jackals interim coach during last year's playoffs. Coming up next, we check in with the comments during New and Noteworthy after this. The Fitness Bunker in Lakewood is a locally owned and operated club that cares about your health and wellness. They invest in it. Right now, enter their 30-day challenge, where for only $69, you get 30 days of unlimited everything. That's right, everything, along with 2 one-on-one personal training sessions. Then, if you lose 10 pounds, you'll get the next month free. Plus, the first place winner will get 2 Buffalo Bills tickets or a $100 gift card. Details right now on the Fitness Bunker's Facebook page.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
For more than 2 decades, Dorler Landscape Designs has provided exceptional service to customers right here in Chautauqua County with one goal in mind: transform your lawn into an attractive landscape that will be the envy of the neighborhood. From landscape design to lawn maintenance to sprinkler installation and so much more. Count on Dorler Landscaping. Call us today and let us get to work for you. Dorler Landscaping Designs at dorlerlandscape.com.
Brought to you by the people giving hope at Gifts Decor and More. With the controversial Kratom, Gifts Decor and More is giving hope to Southern Chautauqua County residents, one visit at a time.
Welcome back to New and Noteworthy on this Wednesday. Matt Hummel is hungry. Get out of the way. Boy.
Hey, I do know this song.
You do? On the Loose, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that's what it was called, but...
Yeah.
Alright.
It's a good song.
Alright.
Matt doesn't like... We've talked about this from him. Matt does not like my choice of music, which is not very fun. But, hey, what are you going to do? Wanted to kind of surprise our intern here. Bronson is over in the corner. He's so kindly just sitting there waiting for us. I don't know if we can pan around to him. Oh, there he is, Bronson! What's going on? He's hanging out with us today on the air. So far so good, right? I mean, you've been with us since 10 a.m.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. We haven't scared you away yet.
Not yet.
Okay, well, you just wait till this broadcast comes to a conclusion, my friend. So, but thank you for being here. He's going to be learning a lot about news gathering, broadcasting, and all this fun stuff here on Facebook Live. So we really appreciate him for being here with us. Wanted to get to the Ask Us event, which really cool last night, Matt. You and I both were able to go there. It was at Love Elementary School here in the city of Jamestown. And, really... we don't see a ton of dialogue when it comes to talking with local politicians. And, sometimes, and we talked about this throughout the event, sometimes it seems like people don't 100% care to get involved in local politics, even though a lot of times this is the level of government that affects you the most.
And it's not just a level of not caring. Some people are just scared to say something, publicly. So this is something, it was loose. They had some water and drinks and stuff, so everyone was taken care of. I thought it was pretty cool.
It was. And they had a back-to-school drive as well, and a voter registration there, which, they had a few people who were signed up now to vote. And really that's one of the strongest things that you can do. I mean, we talk about that all the time. You want to participate in your government, vote, because you do have a voice. We spoke to the county legislature chairman, P.J. Wendell, last night about the event and also about how he tries to connect with his constituents, which I think sometimes, people, they value that. Let's listen.
A lot of times in committee meetings, especially, I know with the county level, that's where everything is discussed and talked and deliberated and even sometimes argued. And, when people see us there, it's like, oh, all you do is rubber stamp. Well, because at that portion, we've already known, the committees report to us. We know the committee reports. We know what the definitions have been and what the decisions have been. So it's a matter of, just putting it all together and everybody voting together as opposed to the committee. But it is. And a night like tonight, it's easy to, kind of come out in it, without a shirt and tie on and talk to people, like you said, and, get to know people, one another. And, I don't think really, as the chairman, nobody comes up and approaches me at I don't even know what you call it, desk or podium or my loft on high. But, it's one of those, here they can come up and talk to you and you can tell, get to, ask some questions. And, I'm sure there's going to be people saying things that, maybe we don't want to hear, but that's what this is all about, listening to people and hearing their side and then, expressing our concerns and our, giving them the information we have.
And you look at the whole purpose of government, right? And obviously for some that is up for debate. But if you get down to the bones of it, people, especially in small towns where your vote really truly does matter, because these people make decisions that affect your neighborhood, at the end of the day, people voted you in to represent them. They're not always able to go to the committee meetings and to the legislature. I guess, as a county legislator, how do you communicate to your electorate? How do you get messages out there?
I try to get out and talk to as many people as I can. There's a diner, restaurant I go to in Lakewood, Skylar's, every morning, and, between myself, there's a Bustite Town councilman, and, if somebody has a question, I sit and talk. The other day, it took me 45 minutes after breakfast to talk to somebody, and my wife understands, and we take two cars sometimes, or even Wegmans on a Sunday afternoon, from noon on but again, I take my phone and my wife and I go our separate ways just because there's so many people that you see, and to me, that's where I want to talk to people. My phone's always open. Call the house or call, get a hold of me and I'll gladly discuss. I like to talk as opposed to email or text because things get lost in translation. You don't hear somebody or see somebody or listen to their voice and their tone and their vernacular. So it's really important for me to get out and touch base with people, as much as I can and hear them, not just, read some things. And my biggest thing, people will laugh if they see this is, I don't consider myself a politician. I run government and we all look at it that way. And, politics are the games that are played, whether it's behind the scenes or what have you. But I think a lot of us just want to get the business of running government done, making sure things are done the right way.
And that's the thing, Justin. You and I have seen this. A lot of people, they get frustrated with the fact that government officials such as P.J. Wendell and George Borrello and all, I shouldn't use them, but just, some people that just don't get out there quite much.
And they're not necessarily always available in to the public. You see that on all sorts of levels, and the really the cool thing about local government for the most part is that they are like PJ, where you can get on the phone and you can talk to them. You can't call the president of the United States or even necessarily Senator Kathy Young, who we're going to be talking to in a little bit, because their scheduling doesn't allow.
And they have so many people too.
Right, there'd be way too many people to necessarily serve them, but yet they still do try to get out and try to hold events as well. Jamestown City Councilwoman Maria Jones spoke to us last night about that and what she's heard as a councilwoman for the city of Jamestown. This was held in her backyard, basically.
What's happening here is very positive. It's very interactive, and I like it. I like it too. I like the fact that it's not. In the past, we have had town meetings. This is not the first town meeting we've had, but we've always had it in kind of an enclosed environment and maybe an auditorium or something like that. And you get a lot of concerns, but not a lot of solutions. And I think this is such a relaxed environment at this point that we're getting not just concerns given to us, but also ideas, right, about what kinds of things can help, right, which is really what you want, right, and I think that's what this process, I think, is why it's good, because we can all kind of get in each other's heads in a relaxed setting. And I think that's when ideas start to flow.
And do you think that people are kind of almost intimidated a little bit by going to city council meetings just because there's so much, formal process that has to take place, and in a way they do elect their officials to represent them.
Right.
So they trust you're doing what they would like.
Right.
Do you feel like sometimes people are intimidated by that?
I don't know. I don't know how people feel about it. I think we're there to do business, And so we have a mindset to get that business done at that point, especially in the voting session. And people want a little, I've heard concerns about dialogue in the voting session, but historically, we haven't done a lot of that. But I think people, I think this is the kind of setting that seems to be, at this point, we'll see where it goes from here, I guess, at this point. And I think we're going to have, I think we're scheduling a city council meeting down at Chattacoin in September, and I think that itself will lend itself to this kind of process as well. I'm excited about it anyway, and that we've got a beautiful park down there now, and people can come from all over the city and talk. I think it'll be great. I just hope the weather, will hold up. But if it does, I believe the exchange of ideas, and which is really what I think is the most important thing, is that exchange of ideas, right? Explain to me what your issue is, and then tell me what kinds of ideas you think that would solve it. And I think if we all do that together, I think we can get somewhere here in Jamestown. I do believe that.
And that's really what the event achieved tonight, Matt, last night, was the fact that people had an open dialogue, open discussion. Obviously, you can't listen to every single human in the city of Jamestown or greater Jamestown area, but it's certainly a start.
That's right. And there was another thing, too, that the meeting achieved. And a couple people registered to vote. Senator Kathy Young talked to us, and she said that is much, much important.
I would encourage them to vote because oftentimes people think that their vote doesn't make a difference. It absolutely does. I can't tell you throughout history how many elections were decided by just one vote. But if you don't get activated, then you're not going to be able to make a difference. So I would say to people, always go out and exercise your constitutional right. That's one of the most sacred things that we have as Americans, is to choose our own leaders. I have traveled to other countries, places like Central America, that are dealing with grinding poverty. They've dealt with dictators, and they've dealt with situations where they weren't able to choose their own leaders, and they've lived under very oppressive governments. We need to make sure that we're exercising our rights, because that's what keeps us free.
And she's right. I unfortunately haven't been able to travel to other countries.
Right, like South America.
But I know a lot of people, like a lot of missionaries, for example, they'd talk about some of their adventures over in like the Middle East, and they had to be very careful. They didn't have a say.
Right. No, they don't. And that's the great thing about the United States of America, is the fact that we can vote our elected officials. Sometimes, though, people certainly do take it for granted, but hopefully coverage like this and the Ask Out event, great job by everybody there, certainly at least raises awareness to try to help push people's political awareness. And it's hard because everybody's busy. I talked with Wendell. We're gonna have the full interview, all those interviews up on WNYNewsNow.com, but talked with him and just kind of a group of people. And that's the big thing, is people work a lot. They work 8-hour days, plus they go home, they see their family, they have dinner, and now it's bedtime. And it's it's difficult to get out and to get to meetings like this. But ultimately, that's why you elect officials to represent you.
That's right.
But all right, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter's coming up next with a look at our 7-day after this.
I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much.
Hey, this is Ryan Hedrick reporting from the Jamestown Bowling Company, where the bowling is off the hook, the food is even better, and the camaraderie watching sports is oh so great.
The food is fantastic and the drinks are cold.
Mark was bowling almost a perfect game. Mark, do you come here a lot?
Every day.
Wow, Mark comes here every day. No excuse for you not to get to Jamestown Bowling Company on Foote Avenue. Jamestown Bowling Company. Eat, drink, bowl, and be merry.
Turn to Brotherhood Property Maintenance for all your lawn care and landscaping needs. Serving both commercial and residential lots. Check out Jamestown's fastest growing landscaping crew on Facebook, or call us now to book an appointment.
WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at PhoneZoneShop.com.
The weather is heating up, and so are the deals at Express Bike and Auto, right here in Jamestown, located at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension. They are your one-stop shop for all of your vehicle, ATV, and motorcycle needs. They even sell vehicles, and guess what? Financing is available. So what are you waiting for? Get to Express Bike and Auto right here in Jamestown at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension now.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
We'll get Bronson up here on the green wall during his internship here. Trust me on that. You'll be seeing him delivering your weather forecast at some point during this school year. Trust me on that. Let's get into weather here. You see, we just like scaring interns. I don't know. Let's get into weather here. This is a great sunset picture over Chautauqua Lake that came into me yesterday. Yeah, there's our intern right there. What's he think about it, Bronson? Yeah, he's giving me a thumbs up. Oh, boy. I love it, y'all. Anyway, this is a great sunset picture that came in over Chautauqua Lake yesterday. I love this bird. I'm not sure if this is a bird or a seagull or something, but this picture could be like for, I think this would make a great little, poster for Hollister or, I'm a fan of AE, American Eagles, so we'll both send them bills after the end of the show for free advertising. If you got any pictures you'd like to send us, Hunters WX and Facebook and Twitter is how you send it to us, and we'll get them on the air. First Defense Doppler, it's clear out there minus this little thunderstorm that's up here behind the banner up here in Canada. That's obviously not affecting us, but there is a cold front that's going to be plowing through here later this afternoon. Now, you see this blip in the radar data? Don't worry about that. That's a server issue that occurred on the National Weather Service's end. This is a national radar mosaic, so don't worry about that. But there is a cold front that's just off to our west that is going to be moving in here throughout the later afternoon hours, triggering off showers and storms. HD News Now, Cam, just a few clouds out there, and the current numbers at the Jamestown Airport, it's 81. Nature's breeze, 17 miles per hour out of the southwest, gusts of 29. Look at that dew point, 69. That makes it feel more like 84 degrees, and the humidity will still be in play. So once again, the Storm Prediction Center maintains this less than average marginal risk for basically all of western New York. Now, they have upped a standard slight risk up here for the Tug Hill region, but for our area, the threat is less than average. This is a 1 out of 5. And in terms of what we can expect, here comes your first defense, because we want to keep you weather ready here. And again, the timing window, I've adjusted this slightly based on the newest model data. We think that the main timing for some of the strongest activity is going to be 3 o'clock this afternoon to 8 o'clock at night. And again, it's mainly going to be a gusty wind potential here. And I'll show you something that may actually protect the Lake Erie shoreline. So let's take you through Future Scan. This is the newest run of our in-house computer model. You can see here, clear for the afternoon. Now, this line of showers and thunderstorms pop early this afternoon because of the humidity. It's going to fuel those showers and storms. You know how these work. But as the cold front comes on through, you can see now yesterday, if you watched us, it had a lot of the thunderstorm activity down to our south. The newest run kind of moved it a little bit up into the southern tier. But take a look at this. The Lake Erie shoreline, mainly from Buffalo out to Rochester, is going to be fine because of a lake shadow. The winds are going to be coming off the southwest, off Lake Erie. That's going to protect the Lake Erie shoreline communities. So again, I think a lot of the thunderstorm activity is going to be inland, and then it all clears out of here by about 7 or 8 o'clock, and we're going to be left with a gorgeous night. So to break it down for you, sunshine now, and then it starts to get cloudy, and then the showers and storms increase. There's a chance some of it could be strong to severe, warm and sticky though, but again, that's not obviously going to change. 7 days of your life on that screen, and oh baby, you're cooling off. Take a look at Thursday, 70 degrees. We actually were chatting in the weather office about this morning. I think we're going to be in the lower 70s. I think we may even struggle to hit 70 tomorrow with more clouds around. 75 Friday, nice sunshine. But as we take a look at the Labor Day weekend, I think I'm behind myself there, or ahead of myself, or whatever. 80 degrees, the humidity comes back. Why don't we take a break? We need some recovery time. We'll be back.
First Defense Weather is sponsored by Quick Solutions of Jamestown. Count on Quick Solutions for printing, copying, mass mailings, and so much more. Part of your team. Learn more at QuickSolutionsUSA.com. That's QuickSolutionsUSA.com.
The Main Landing Restaurant
Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
Everything's made fresh here. We love to be outside, and it's nice inside if it's raining, so we have a choice.
Locals and non-locals agree that the main landing is quickly becoming a destination.
It's just so casual, and just the food is amazing.
I love the hamburgers.
But I really like the tuna I had.
The main landing restaurant, excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
WNY News Now is sponsored by Chautauqua Audio Works, 3335 South Roberts Road in Fredonia. More than a music store. Call 679-4333. Call now, 679-4333.
I just love to be with the dogs, and I like to do them one at a time. They don't wait for 5 hours in my shop. We have full groom, which includes everything from A to Z, nails, of course brushing, any trimming that needs to be done. I do offer teeth brushing, which is a little extra. So if he takes me 2 hours, it's $40. If he takes me 3 hours, I still keep it down. As long as the dog comes back happy and not at the door, I'm happy.
Trouble on my tongue, trouble's yet to come. One sip, bad for me. One hit, bad for me. One kiss, bad for me. But I give it so easily.
All right, welcome back to new and noteworthy TGIM or W. TGIW.
You're ahead of yourself,
Just
Jay.
Flip the M around and it'll be a W.
Wumbo.
Wumbo. We were just talking about SpongeBob.
You, me, Wumbo.
He, she, me. Well, I wish we had rights to SpongeBob. I'd totally play that all
I
the
know.
time. Welcome back to new and noteworthy. Dakota Hanna here with us. You know what? Yesterday was really exciting for local basketball. Now, we've talked about the Jamestown Jackals for a long time, ever since they really started becoming popular here. And now they are joining a pro league. Kayla Crosby, she's in charge of the team. She said they're still going to be a great local organization who's committed to integrity first.
This is the community's team. It's the Jamestown Jackals. And from the very beginning, that was the vision, that the entire community would support the team. And I've got so many stories over the past 3 years of doors opening and different individuals stepping up, and that's what it's going to take to continue to build. We're blessed beyond belief with where we've been so far, and it's going to take even more people joining forces to really impact all the lives that we're going to.
And you know, guys, I didn't even know that basketball here was that big of a deal until we met the Jackals probably a little over a year ago when we started our coverage. And just seeing them go to pro, you know, I want to say good job and to Kayla and to all of her staff. And, you know, it's beyond, you know, just one person or one group who put this together. I mean, truly the community has supported this.
And I think this will help the community in the long run. It'll bring more people to Jamestown.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we hear that often with certain attractions.
Right.
And bring people.
They talked about the National Comedy Center yesterday and how that is giving a name to the city. And this is just another thing to put onto the roster for Jamestown.
I like that.
You like that? That was a good lead. I normally don't cover sports, but when I do, I hit it out of the park.
I don't usually cover sports,
slam dunk.
when I do.
I hit it out of the park.
Slam dunk. Come on.
Well, I switched sports.
All right.
I guess I could have.
He's just trying to be smart.
I'm just trying to
I
be
like
smart.
it. I like it.
You know who else is really smart?
Who?
Chief forecaster Dakota Hunter.
Justin.
He's the smartest.
Justin
of them all.
switched his team from the Steelers to the Patriots. All right. Let's.
No.
Let's take a look at that Quick Solution 7-Day here before they kick me out of the studio for that comment.
All right, and that's it for us today, of course.
But anyway, showers and storms this afternoon. Some of them could be strong to severe. We'll keep our eyes on it. 70 tomorrow. Lower humidity. Ooh, boy, that's going to feel good. But that humidity comes right back for the Labor Day weekend into early next week.
All right, Dakota, thank you. That's it for us today. Of course, as Dakota said, news, weather, sports, all the time. It's at WNYNewsNow.com.
If you visit the website, you might see a 485-day forecast.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
720 days.
720 days?
I can't do math.
That's. I think that's a long time. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Baby, every place I go reminds me of you.